Donald Trump was accustomed to the fast-paced nature of his presidency. Between state meetings, economic planning, and diplomatic discussions, he rarely had a free moment. But on that particular day, something at the White House took precedence over everything else. That morning, his personal assistant brought him a small letter. It was from a 7-year-old boy named Ethan. Ethan had a rare and severe illness, spending much of his life in hospital rooms and undergoing countless surgeries. Yet, he had one dream: to visit the White House and meet the president. As Trump carefully read the letter, an unusual expression crossed his face. The boy's words were honest, sincere, and innocent. "Dear Mr. President, I see you on television. The White House looks so big and beautiful. One day I would love to see you and learn how you became president. But my doctors sometimes tell me that dreams don't always come true. I hope they are wrong." Trump leaned back in his chair, contemplating. Despite his busy schedule, he couldn't ignore the young boy's wish. He immediately turned to his team and said, "Bring Ethan here. We're going to make this a day he'll never forget." A week later, Ethan and his family were escorted to the White House in a special convoy. The young boy, dressed in a small navy blue suit, was wide-eyed with excitement as he stepped out of the car. As the grand White House doors opened, Donald Trump personally greeted them at the entrance. Ethan's eyes sparkled with disbelief. "Am I really here?" he whispered. Trump smiled and placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "Yes, you are, son. And today you are the president of the White House." Trump took Ethan on a tour of the presidential office, walking him through the famous Oval Office. He then invited him to sit at the presidential desk. The little boy, still in awe, hesitated for a moment before climbing into the big leather chair, his face lighting up with joy. "I can see everything from here!" he exclaimed. The most special moment of the day came when Trump handed Ethan a custom-made red presidential tie. "A president must have a strong tie," Trump said while adjusting it around Ethan's neck. The young boy straightened his posture proudly and beamed with happiness. However, this visit wasn't just a tour. Trump wanted to learn more about Ethan's story. His mother shared the challenges of his long medical journey and how resilient he had been throughout. She explained that visiting the White House was Ethan's biggest dream, but this experience had far exceeded their expectations. Trump was moved by the child's determination and the unwavering love of his family. "The world needs more fighters like Ethan," he said before adding, "To be a great leader, you don't need age, you need courage." Ethan and Trump spent time chatting at the presidential desk. The young boy expressed his dream of becoming an astronaut one day. Trump smiled and told him, "If you truly believe in it, one day you can return to the White House as an astronaut." As the visit came to an end, Trump turned to Ethan and said, "Sometimes dreams seem impossible, but with the right people, anything is possible." Ethan's parents couldn't hold back their tears as the young boy waved goodbye to the president. Ethan never forgot that day. Years later, his family recalled the moment, saying, "That day at the White House was the best medicine for him." For Donald Trump, this event was more valuable than any official meeting during his presidency. That day, he had turned a child's dream into reality. But the story didn't end there. After leaving the White House, Ethan started dreaming even bigger. The words Trump had told him that day gave him newfound strength. Despite his illness, he pursued his education passionately, developed an interest in science, and eventually earned a scholarship to study aerospace engineering. And one day, when Ethan had grown up, he found himself among NASA's young engineers. He was no longer a sick child, but he had never forgotten what he heard that day in the White House. He still kept the red tie Trump had given him. To him, it wasn't just an accessory, it was a symbol that dreams could come true.